Challenger.
Indianapolis police are searching for a 9-year-old boy who was taken from his custodial caregiver's home by his mother, who does not have parental rights. Investigators state that Lanita Smith, age 27, came to the back door of the home just after midnight on Sunday and took the boy. The two left the house on foot, but police say that they may have left the area in an unknown vehicle, direction of travel unknown. The little boy described as 4 feet 8 inches tall and was last seen wearing a white shirt and a gray jogging pants with white dots. The mother is listed as 5 foot 2 inches tall. Detectives state that there is an order of protection barring the mother from contact with her son's custodial giver. The Minneapolis Bureau of Criminal Apprehension issued an endangering missing persons alert for the boy. Police asked that at any time, if you see any sightings of the mother or the boy, or information about their whereabouts, please report to 911 immediately. So yet again, we have a black woman who was a mother who decided that this is the crime that she wanted to commit. As you initially heard, she has an order of protection against her. She is also not able to have her child. She does not have any rights to her child, but because she feels that she is still a mother and still capable, she's like, let me just roll over here and snatch up what's mine. Right? Now notice, I want people to pay attention to this, because at any point in time, if a black man were to have done this, he would have been in prison. It would have been game over. It would have been done for him. He would never have to worry about paying child support or having to fight for custody or going through family to court. It just would have been over, because you would have then just ran off with a child, regardless on if it's yours or not. It's the fact of the matter is, this is considered kidnapping. You're going to face charges. You're going to have to go through the process. You're now going to have a record. So my question is, why is it that this mother does not have a record? My other question is, why is it that the mother is not able to get in contact with the caregiver, and who specifically is this caregiver? My other question is, how did she lose 100% custody of that child? Because all over social media, what a lot of people would want you to believe and think is that every single black mother that has ever been in existence is 100% fully capable and 100% fully able to be a mother and to take care of those children. But we all know that with, percentages, there can be a lot of lies within that. And we can also tell by reality that you have a lot of women out here who can produce but shouldn't, who can produce but does not make them mothers, right? That can produce. It doesn't mean that they would make very good individuals, right, for raising a life. But yet, because people only want to spin one narrative and they don't want to fully show the other half of that coin of AKA, right, being able to hold a child for 9 months, AKA, quote unquote, being able to produce, AKA, quote unquote, holding the title of being a mother while not even being a mother. You can't call yourself a mother and you don't even have the rights of your children. You can't call yourself a mother and you can't even get in contact with a person who has 100% custody of your child, which you lost. If men have to go through the court system in order to fight, in order to see their kids, obviously women should have to do the same thing. But obviously that's not the case. And obviously it seems that law enforcement is taking this quite light, because if this was a man, yet again, and especially a black man, they would have went all out in trying to find this child, the whereabouts. They would have had this running directly on the news. They would have sat up there and did a community announcement and everything like that. And then on top of that, you would have had other people pick up this on social media, especially if a black man would have done it, right? But when it's a black woman that does it, you're not going to hear any calls on social media. You're not going to hear a whole field of black women talking about, hey, this young child needs to be found before anything happens. This person does not have the rights of the child. They just came up and kidnapped this child. This is illegal. This shouldn't happen. They should face prosecution. The whereabouts needs to be known. If anybody's, you're not going to hear none of that. You're not going to hear that from especially the women out there that go after and hate black men just because they're black men, or because of the selective black men that they chose to date, the selective black men that they chose to be in a relationship with, the selective black men that they chose to conceive a child with, consciously and willfully. So because of all of those scenarios that went awry, you have all of those black women who won't say anything about this story. But if it was the reverse, if it was a black man that kidnapped his little daughter, they would be all over this story. He would be the criminal of the century. He needs to be found. They'll be doing everything in their power. They would even try to offer up money for the whereabouts of the little girl. But here, complete silence. And it goes back to what I always sit up there and state. If adults actually cared about kids, then none of this would ever take place. And if this so-called mother actually cared about her son, she would have left him in the home that he was well taken care of, because obviously you are not capable enough as a mother to do that. Or maybe there's a lot more to the story that they didn't really want to put out. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about the story and everything that I listed in the comment description below. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.